Welcome to another episode of the Hustle and Grind podcast.
I am Monique. They call me Mo Hustle.
They call me the Grind Guy.
I be up early in the morning.
You wake up like, God,
Why? Gotta do to get this money,
We are the non-traditional couple.
You okay?
The Hustle and the Grind.
The Hustle and Grind podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Hustle and Grind. My name is John Stafford, a.k.a. TheGrind Guy.
And it's your girl Monique, a.k.a. Mo Hustle. And this is the podcast where we talk about entrepreneurship as a whole, right? So we got the hustle, the grind, but it's all about what it takes to be successful out here. Hustle, grind, motivation.
Keep going.
Motivation.
Motivation is where you was at. It's all good.
Motivation, discipline, all the things that we have to do, the mindset, just all the things that it takes to just be a successful entrepreneur. And not even just an entrepreneur, but just successful individual in life. So, y'all, today's episode is so awesome. I'm so excited. I'm excited for every episode. But this is the couples edition, guys.
Woo.
So,
Hey.
Hey. Tell them what we got going on today, John.
Hey, man, listen, we got this couple over here and this couple over here. We're going to let them introduce themselves, and let's dive right deep into it, Mo. Let's go.
Let's start over here to the right. Who do we
let's
have
go.
here?
Hello, beautiful people. My name is Tashay. I am the other half to His Look, Her Style. I am also known as the Good Vibe Collection, which means to spread positive energy with style, your stylish accountability partner.
And that she is.
Yes, she is.
All right.
Jersey.
And you got your boy Dre, also known as Mr. De Niro, the other half to His Look, Her Style, the branding of My XL Lifestyle and Black Men Winning. So that's where I'm at with it.
All right.
Oh, I get
Who do we have to the left here?
Hey.
Hey y'all, my name is Kayla Wanakey. I am the host of The Undoing on the Black Women's Network. And I'm just an all-around ball of energy, love, and light.
Yes, you are.
Look, and then the other guy. Yes,
And
you
then
are.
it's me. I am Tony. I'm a producer, and I'm with the Naylor Media Group. And I say producer, but I produce more than like just TV film. I produce results in a wide variety of things. So we're gonna dive into that. You know.
All right.
All right, hey.
All right, guys. So I am the only single person on the set here. My boy John here, his beautiful wife is absent tonight. We wish that she could have been here because the whole purpose of this episode is to discuss the dynamic of relationships in entrepreneurship, right? So I think it's just awesome. Excuse me. I think it's just awesome because these are couples that I can honestly say that I admire, I respect, and you hear people say a lot of times that, they have their ups and downs, or, like when you give kudos to good relationships, it's like people always want to try to have something negative to say. Mm-hmm. And of course, naturally, everybody has ups and downs. It's not, all peaches and cream every day. But these are relationships that I know personally, and I can say like these are great examples of love, and that's why I have not given up. And no, I'm just playing, but listen, these are great examples of love. But one of the things that I think is just so awesome is how they support each other within what they're doing. So what I would like to do is, because I'm the single person, so I have control today, I would like to go around the room. I'm just playing, John. We got control.
Nah, you good.
But now I would like to go around the room, and I'm just going to ask you guys some questions, right? So I want y'all to just be real, just be honest, okay? So let's start with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So John, as an entrepreneur, tell people, how do you balance, and let's even go back to your early years starting out, when it comes to balancing relationships, family, the whole dynamic, because you started out as an entrepreneur with a child at an early age. Mm-hmm. So that's a relationship. So let's talk about that. How did you balance that?
The balance was my why was my daughter. That's how I got involved in real estate. And that's what pushed me every single day. So it was all about, how can I feed her? So that's what the balance was. It was outside of that, I was just wild, ignorant, spending a lot of money, wilding out. So when the market came and crashed, that's when I met my wife. And it's been on the incline since then.
But talk about that. When you met your wife, where were you? Because you said the market crashed, the real estate market crashed. So around that time, where were you in life? And you met your wife when people say this is not the time you meet a woman.
But it did. You know what I'm saying? I was homeless, living out of my car. So I went back home. I went to New York, and I was up there for a second. Came back. I had to go get my mind right. So I went up there. Was about to go be on some crazy nonsense, whatever. But my mindset was like, yo, how can I be doing this? I killed this real estate business. I got to get back to me. So came back, and my boy Mike, shout out to my boy Mike T. He was like, yo, man, you got to get your mind right. It's this spot called Encore. We going there tonight. You gonna go? I'm like, yo, Mike, I'm homeless, bro. Like, how you want me to go to a club?
Yeah.
But I used to go to LA Fitness, and this is where everybody saw me. So when they would see me playing ball in LA Fitness, you know what I'm saying, they would think like, okay, John just in here playing ball. But I was in there showering, sneaking in there, showering, playing ball, and just keeping my mental, right? And that night, it just so happened that we went to this spot, and I met my wife. So her mom saw me first. Her mom, it's crazy because if you know my mother-in-law, she's the life of the party. She was dancing in the middle of the floor, and whatnot, and she introduced me to my wife, and the rest is history.
Nice.
So,
Okay. But, so we're going to come back.
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
Tony and Kayla. So let's talk about you guys' journey. So you guys actually had actual jobs. You guys were in corporate America, correct?
Yeah, but for me, that was I didn't want to do that when that happened because I was an entrepreneur. But her dad, I was contracting when I graduated from college, and I had we was flipping houses. I wasn't flipping. I was doing the
work.
we were doing the work side. So I had a cruise that was doing the work, and so I was always interested in the real estate. I just wasn't on the financial side to be able to, you know what I'm saying, afford to be the investor versus the laborer at that time. And her dad was like, hey, man, because it was during the crash, and people wasn't renovating. They were burning their houses down and getting insurance money for real.
Right.
And so I'm like, this is in Michigan. I was still in Michigan. We was in Michigan at the time. And her dad was like, hey, maybe you should, and he didn't want to like crush my spirit, but he was like, you should try to do something like a little more stable.
Yeah.
So, so you could just like take care of my daughter. You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
It was just so real.
Yes.
Very young.
And I was like, okay, so then I got into, working and
I was pregnant too. I had just got pregnant with Anthony.
so I'm like, responsibility.
Well,
look, but
that's why. That's as a father.
You gotta do something responsible.
That's why he said what he said.
But listen, John. That when she was pregnant, I got a job at Quicken Loans, being a mortgage banker after the crash. Man, I was making 200 calls a day. Them niggas was like, man, no, dog. Like, ain't nobody getting no mortgages. I'm like, this is not it.
Right.
I'm like, I'm figuring I could hustle. If I'm willing to do this all day and be on the phone,
You can hustle.
I could hustle and grind out there and figure out how to make whatever they're paying me. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't selling no homes. I wasn't getting no commission.
Right.
So it was like just going to work to say I'm being responsible. That was...
And I was a teacher, so I was steady.
She was holding us down.
So,
Even though teacher money wasn't a lot,
Absolutely
but
not.
we could flip, man. I'm telling you, the teacher salary, we was living in California the first couple of years off a teacher salary. That's like 40, 45 bands. And in Cali, 45, 50 bands in Cali, that's nothing.
It's nothing. It was a move of God.
But
That's the reason why we were there. Like, that just lets you know your ultimate provider.
But that
because he definitely took care of it, and it didn't make sense.
But let's fast forward now, because you guys are now entrepreneurs. Right?
Yeah, both of us
So
now.
you guys transition from that mindset, I'll say, or even just the pressure of trying to make you go in the direction of corporate America, but you being a teacher and then transitioning into entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it was tough.
Right?
It was the hardest season, I think, of our entire lives. Like that, and we've been together
Forever.
22 years.
Forever.
Oh.
Like straight
big.
up. But
That's basic.
that transition was the hardest season because, as a couple, somebody always stayed stable. And it normally was me. But it was just like I was no longer willing to not explore all the talents that I had in the world because I knew it was other things I wanted to do. So it was very difficult. It was a tough season for sure, but you know, ultimately, like I said, we found out who our true provider was, because not only was it the toughest season, but we had the biggest upgrade. We had the biggest house. We had the biest all of that, and God still
Everything
provided.
came.
Yeah, and our
We're
credit
gonna-
wasn't shot. Like
we're
our
gonna come
credit's
back.
still good.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back.
Amen.
Okay, so let's go over here. So now we have his look, her style, Tasha and Dre. So let's talk, because you guys actually transitioned down to Georgia from New Jersey, right? And I know that was a transition, right? That wasn't an easy transition. So let's talk about you guys' journey.
It was smooth for me because that's where I wanted to be from the beginning. So the first time I moved down here, I just had met Tasha in 2010. I told her like 6 months later, like, I'm going to Atlanta.
And I said, this relationship not gonna last long.
And I'm like, well, it's either gonna come or not. So I moved. She stayed around, but she still stayed in Jersey or whatever. So when I came out here, you know, I was indulging in illegal activities and all that kind of stuff. And then when things got a little hot, I came back home. So we started building, and then we got a spot together. And then that just went downhill like 1 month in, because the people came and got.
Oh yeah, he got picked up. We was in our new apartment maybe a month.
Yeah, nice little high rise in the city.
And then we had to move back to our parents' house because the feds was coming.
Wow. Wow. All right. So,
All right.
no, but this is good, because like this is real talk. Exactly. Real talk. And so you guys have been together for how long and married how long?
We've been together since 2010. I met her in June 2010. She'll tell you July, but 2010 or June. And we got together a year after we met, and then got married. We was together for 5 years, and then got married. We engaged for 5 years. We got married back in 2021.
2021. So
During
it'll
the
be
pandemic.
I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yes.
He was
And a
there.
disclaimer, I think Facebook owes us a check, because before Facebook,
She gonna get that social media check.
before Facebook dating, we met on Facebook. He jumped in my DM
Ooh,
saying he
you're a slider. All right, we got a slider on set. We got a slider on set. All right, so John. Okay, so John, how long ago was it when you met your wife, and how long have you guys been married?
I met Demeter January 23rd, 2009. We've been married since August 8th, 2015.
Okay, and you guys have been together since y'all was like 12. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I met him literally 2 weeks before I went to Howard. So I had just graduated from high school.
Okay.
2001.
You had to throw the house
HU, you know. But no, so I had graduated in 2001. I was getting ready to go to Howard. He was in college in
I was at
Michigan.
Mott, so I was kind of like
You're
in
at Mott?
mid-college.
No,
you
you
know
were
what I'm
at
saying?
Eastern.
Was I at Eastern already?
Yeah, you were at
I
Eastern.
thought I met you this year. I was about to go.
No, you were already at Eastern a year when I met you.
Okay.
You're much older than me. You keep forgetting. You graduated in
See,
98.
hold on.
I
When we
graduated
tell
in
the listen, if I allow you to tell the story
Much
from high
older.
school, then you
Everything's
can't use
fine.
much,
There's
much
so
older.
many other much older.
I'm just saying much older. It's like R. Kelly time.
Okay.
Like don't like just say we met around I was 18. You were 18 when we met. Like come on, man.
I cannot.
You were much older than me. Like
Okay.
come here, little girl.
Baby. Don't
Young
get don't get sidetracked. So anyway, we got together in 2001 and we got married in 2006.
Okay, got you. So the beauty of this is that you guys have all like these are not like fresh relationships,
No,
right?
not at all.
So you guys literally have like stories to tell. Okay.
What?
And
Tell some
I've observed from different angles, each of these relationships. So I'm gonna go back to you, John. All right. So your wife works full time, and
She's an accountant.
she's an accountant, and she pursued running her own business for a period of time.
Yep, taxes. We started that business. I made her quit her. She was working at AT&T. I was like, yo, quit your job. You've been doing taxes for a long time. We're going to start our own business. So we jumped out there and we did that.
And I remember she told me, she was like, Mo, y'all can have this entrepreneur stuff. So I think it's dope that this is a dynamic where you do have the spouse. That's the safe spouse, right?
And the risk taker.
You have the risk taker.
Right.
But, how do you find the support, or how would you describe the support? Because it's hard for some people, and I've experienced, in dating, where you're dating someone that has a full-time job and they feel like, well, you need to turn your phone off at a certain time, or you're always like, come Saturday, like, Monday through Friday, they may go to work, but say on the weekend, it's just like, dang, like, do you always have to work?
Yeah.
So like, how do you guys balance that dynamic?
That's a real conversation. I know you know that, my business partner. Because certain times it's like, yo, I got to put my phone down.
Yeah.
Because, I'm at home, I got a wife, she's like, yo, it's my time. So you got to like put the phone down. Look, they could text you, y'all talk about whatever y'all need to talk about unless it's an emergency.
Well, I guess that's why I'm single, because I'd be like, shit, my phone ringing, I got to take this call. And they be like, dang, Mo, you always, I'm like, you know what?
Let me tell you why how this happened. Gotta get the carpet clean.
Did you get that shot?
Yeah. But anyway, so what I had to do is because so my wife is the one that told me to start using social media as a platform, because she's seen where I came from, and she's seen it in front of her eyes. She's like, everybody else needs to see it because everybody else doing it. Like, you really doing it? Get out there. So when I did it, it went crazy. Like, everybody's calling me for deals. Everybody's like, yo, John, I got this deal over here. What can you do? It's a lot of joint venturing going on. It's a lot of business, and my phone was ringing nonstop. So now it's like, okay, I wanted you to do this, but I didn't know it was going to go there. Right. So let's reel this back a little bit.
Yeah.
We here now. Let's reel this back a little bit. It was hard for me to transition that because, I'm a little hard-headed, always been. But, for me, it was like, yo, I know where I was at, and I don't want to go there and feel that again. So I don't want to have a balance or a shut-off time.
Right.
So I was like you, but,
But that's, I think one of the key things is that, it's important to have somebody that's going to help you create those boundaries, right? Because I'm hard. I don't think I'm hard to deal with, but I know that I'm going to be stuck. I'm going to be stubborn about some things. So if I'm going to answer my phone, I'm going to answer my phone. But like John, we already know, and we always joke, like all of us on our team,
all the time.
If it's after 8, like we'll be on the phone, they'll be like, oh, well, we can't call John because he ain't going to answer, or if it's before a certain time.
In the mornings, I'm in the gym.
I get in trouble from clients all the time because I text at 6:30. I email at 6:30.
So how do you guys, how do y'all do that?
Oh yeah, there's no boundaries. Like he's just like you. So he answers the phone. It doesn't matter.
So how do you deal with that though, Kayla?
1 a.m.
What do you do?
You're gonna ask me why do I answer and then ask her what to do? There's a reason.
Wait, I'm sorry. My bad.
Go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
So we're still working through that.
A work in progress.
Later, bro. Like what? Still working through it, and I keep trying to be an example that what's for you won't miss you.
1 year in the entrepreneurship. She's been an entrepreneur for 1 year.
What's for you won't miss you, and boundaries need to be set because that's why they keep getting violated.
See?
Because people keep calling, like Mo said, when they talk, they say, "Oh, we ain't no reason to call John because he's not gonna answer." Or Tony, like
that's different, Kayla.
And
that's
I
different.
understand. Hold on, I'm about to get to it.
I'll answer next.
I'm about to get to it.
I got you. Okay.
Because he is a producer.
Yes.
And so entertainment works very different. It's
Totally
like
different.
around the clock.
Wee hours of the night,
right.
morning.
So before I used to get in my feelings and I used to be petty. Now I just be like, well, I'm just gonna watch TV and just do me, and he go be on the phone.
Listen.
Like no, for real. Like I just created a whole life for myself.
Okay,
listen, baby, don't say that. Listen, this is foolishness. Listen, let me tell you. Now, I'm gonna talk to the camera because this is for the people out there. Because part of the responsibility when you accept contracts, I accept contracts. She gets paid. People just pay her to do one job, what she came for. I take on all of the responsibility, and everybody's job falls on me when it don't get done.
Right.
So I gotta answer more than my call. I'm answering everybody's call.
Yeah. It's a different level of responsibility.
And I've taken that responsibility in the business that I do. I contract production, so I'm not in producing. You could produce a thing, or you can be a producer that produces all of the things, which means I don't touch any of them physically. It's other people that's working, so I gotta answer the calls when I'm taking the jobs that allow us to get the bigger house.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that, which
say
is
it.
why.
Say it again for the people in the back, Tony.
Let me tell you, now that he answered the phone around the clock, he don't stop that Amazoning. All right, I can Amazon all day. So why he?
There you go. So guess what?
Okay.
I don't,
guess
and
what?
that's
Hey, that's
straight
the
up
balance.
fair.
So
That's
guess
the
what? It's
She
a trade-off.
deserves that.
It's
She
a-
deserves
that's right.
that.
That's right.
It's like if you let me answer the phone,
You
like
deserve whatever you want.
she's given like the sweat equity when she was teaching. She didn't want to teach. She wanted to, you know what I'm saying? But I said, hey man, this shit is hard. We was in LA and I'm like, it's a struggle. I was ready to take a job with a network because I'm like I'm freelance.
Right.
I've never worked for a network. I'm freelance. They hire me to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, this shit's hard. I want to get a job for somebody. She said, no, don't. I'll do this. You continue that because that's connected to bigger things.
There you go.
So I'm like, so that sacrifice, it's like, yo. So now I'm like, but when she was sacrificing, I wasn't making no money. I was building relationships. And I was like having to build a skill. I didn't know the industry. So I'm like learning it from the ground. But now.
Tony, I remember you just like picked up a camera and just started shooting.
Mo, you sent Alexis out there to come shoot a short trailer
A
that
trailer,
I've never done
yes,
before.
yes.
I
Y'all
had never
figured it
done
out.
before. And you like, if you go to LA, you need to call Naylor. She like, hey, Naylor, what's good? Mo, she like Mo said, hit you up. And I'm like, and look, she's like, hey,
Yeah.
I need to shoot a trailer. I got this project. I had never done it. And I'm like, she's like, can you do this? I'm like, yes.
And guess what? I'm about to talk to the camera. Oh, this one. That trailer, y'all would have never thought that he never did that before.
Yeah.
So and it goes back to what you were just saying too, Kayla. Low key, you said purpose,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And this is one of the key things though, because as a spouse, somebody else would have easily said, "Oh yeah, go get that job with that."
Oh,
company,"
what?
Right?
Yep.
But no, you see the bigger picture. But
Yeah,
guess what?
absolutely.
When you're willing to sacrifice together, so now we about to turn the wheel on over here. Come on, his look, her style. So I can actually speak to y'all from a different dynamic. Well, each relationship is different, and the reason that this one is different and really special is because Dre and I are working together right now. So Dre and John met some years ago through wholesaling real estate.
Yep.
Did some transactions together. And Dre has been working with their uncle doing renovations and things like that, learning the process and putting in a lot of sweat equity. But he learned a lot. But it was time to start getting his feet wet and start making some money, right? So he came back around and John connected him with me. And now it's crazy because when I first started, I was shadowing Tori, right? So now it's just like I spread my wings and flew out the nest. But now Dre is working with me. So now it hits home differently because what somebody poured into me, I feel like I'm pouring into this young man right here. And when Dre first started riding along with me, he was like, man, Mo, I might have to get like a part-time job. I said, no, Dre. Nope, you can't do it because I knew that would have taken him off course. And Tashay is just one of my favorite people. These are some, everybody here, these are all like some of my favorite people, but it's just different because like, I just see how they support each other. And I want you guys to just talk about, because even you, Tashay, let's talk about what you retired from and then you're transitioning, but at the same time, you're transitioning. So you guys are both transitioning at the same time. And now it's at a point now where Dre and I have jobs, and now the sacrifice for him not going to get that job is now starting to pay off, and we're getting more jobs and more jobs. So I want you guys to talk about your dynamic as far as that goes. I just told it all.
Well, first of all, I was a 9-to-5er. Andre is the reason we're in Atlanta. I wasn't leaving my family. I was a medical coder. I was content with that. Andre, when I met him, was like, no, I'm coming out to Atlanta for real estate. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, whatever.
Second time around.
And we're here now. So he's opened my mind to everything. Like, it was the best decision I could have made ever was moving out here. It changed my life completely. He made me realize, it's bigger than you, and, you have more to offer to the world. So I became a retired personal stylist while I was out here. I actually got laid off from my full-time job. And the week that I got laid off, the week after I had on my calendar, I was supposed to put my 2 weeks in. So I'm big on, manifestation, alignment, and all those things. I was supposed to put my 2 weeks in, and I got laid off the week before.
Wow.
So that happened.
Perfect.
Yes, that happened.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Look at God. God said.
God did.
Right.
I had no clue what I was doing. I just knew that, I like fashion and all of the things, and I just started to align myself with the right people, the right things, and, still I work in a full-time job, almost getting laid off, and he was like, real estate. Literally, that's just what it was for him. And I just let him lead, basically. And I was nervous. I was scared. I'm still scared. Every day I wake up, I'm scared. But I just make a move, let God lead. And, things happen. But I feel like if we didn't meet, I would still probably be at that 9 to 5.
So Tashay, tell us how did you find the strength to be supportive of your husband through this whole process of pursuing these dreams?
That's a good question. Because he wasn't always my husband. He was my friend, my boyfriend, my fiance, now husband.
So you guys so the time that you guys have been together, the marriage portion has been shorter than the actual length.
We've only been married for going on 2 years.
Ooh, okay.
But we've been together 12.
Okay.
So finding the strength, I feel like you treat people how you want to be treated. I feel like everybody needs to be.
I feel different about that. Go ahead.
That was so simple. She said, I don't know about that.
Continue.
It's very simple, but we make it so hard. So I feel like everybody needs love, and he loved on me through all my flaws, deepest, darkest secrets and everything. So it's like, why can't I, help him out? Now, in the beginning, when the feds was coming, I was like, I'm out of here.
That's a big ass. So I just need some credit help.
I just need to make that known. I was like, I'm not doing time. So I'm just being real. But I've grown, and now things have changed, and I'm glad I stayed because I was about to be out of here. So I'm glad I stayed because he needed the support, and he treated me, that's what they say, you teach people how to treat you, and if he's doing what he can to support me and do all of the things. Mind you, I was still a 9 to 5er. I wasn't about that entrepreneurial life either. A lot of things changed with me. So now it's, he's more calm, and I'm more wow. So
Whoa.
So yeah, I just feel like, everybody needs love. He needed love. He needed support. And then when we dug deeper, because now we got God and therapy in the mix. That's another thing. Yep. And that changed a lot too. So now we know better. We doing better communication, all of that, because everything wasn't always so sweet.
Still not.
Still not, yeah. We're going through a season now, and it's like, okay, so.
All right, let's kind of heat it up a little bit.
Don't do that, Mo. Don't do that.
No. So when do y'all find the time to? Because I know, and I sleep a lot. But I don't sleep a lot, but I get sleepy really quickly when I sit down. So I'll go to sleep. So how do y'all keep the relationship spicy? Because when you work so much, the hours and the days are long. It's like you have every intention on doing whatever, to make sure that you have an intimacy. But what do you do? Do y'all fall asleep or do y'all do it?
Do we do it? Do we
Yeah.
do it?
Okay.
That's yes.
I was gonna say, so sex has never been an issue. We've always been able to get that in, no matter
broke
what.
times, rich times. We could be, balling
But that might
Smash.
be intimacy for that may be intimacy for him, but
Right.
for me, I feel like intimacy has just started to occur more frequently. Because for me, it's not just having sex.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not even intimacy.
Right,
For me, that's
right.
entertainment. And
All
fun.
the women gonna say that.
I
All the
agree.
women saying that.
I agree with her.
All the women saying
having
that.
intentional conversations and talking. We do lots of dates. Since we've moved to Atlanta, because we're trying to get to know the city, because we were in LA for 8 years, so it's now we're here, now you're making money, so it's we go out a lot, so we date a lot.
That's what's
we
up.
literally
That's good.
every day,
That's
almost
good.
at least
Y'all date
3
every
times
day?
At least
I
3
try-
times a week.
No,
No,
I
I
be
say
like-
that because we go to lunch. Like,
Okay.
he
Yeah.
intentionally be
We
like,
go
let's
grab-
go here, let's go there, and we go to different places every time. Like,
Nice.
he go on Instagram, Gourmet Angie.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Gourmet Angie.
Appreciate you because it's giving him all the ideas. And so, like, we just go out and we go to different restaurants and stuff like that. And
Okay.
I love that.
I will say that dating is key
Yeah.
in a marriage, relationship, whatever it is, because like you said, life can get in the way of that and you lose each other.
Right.
So when you're dating, it's like continue keeping that fire lit.
So people think
You know
it's
what I'm
corny. Like I'll hear guys say like oh, we're gonna do date night, so that's corny. We don't do this, we don't do that. But it's just like
You got
that's
it.
why your
Yeah.
relationship is messed
No,
up.
that's why you don't have or
That's why you're
you don't have one.
Exactly.
Your wife
Or you don't have one.
Wife hates
Wife hates you. Right. But date night is for both parties.
Yeah.
Y'all enjoy each other like they going to different places to
Right,
eat.
right.
Like
Yeah.
it's a new ambiance. It's a new setting. It's like, oh, you know, or you find your setting that you really like. Like me and my wife love Papados. You can find us at Papados, Jimmy Carter.
Couldn't get a seat.
That's
Tried to go 2 days ago.
It don't matter. Move out the way. We sitting at the bar.
That's the new thing. Just we just go and say we'll wait.
Yeah,
But,
sit at the
you know,
bar and then wait
that's the
until
thing.
you know what I'm saying. But because you're enjoying each other at that time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You're trying to, and then it's a crowd setting, so it's not intimate all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like you need to be in a crowd setting.
I think
or,
that brings
you know,
something extra.
Yes. So
You
it
know what
goes
I'm
back to when you first met, that dating conversation. Now your conversation it's mutual. It's deep. It's not. You know.
So
what
you
I'm saying?
guys, none of y'all have boring relationships.
It doesn't get boring, but I know we gotta step our date shit up though,
Hey.
because we don't really go out to
A
eat
trip
as
to
much.
Publix is the date, and it's,
Like,
I'm
if-
fine
And
with
that used to be
and I'm
us.
okay
So
with
that's
that.
okay, boo.
Yeah.
That's okay. We evolved to this
Yes.
point, you know.
But everybody has to find. You have to do what you all enjoy too.
Right.
So
Yeah.
going out or whatever, but it's
Sometimes
just
I
whatever
cook
you
at
enjoy.
home.
No, the cook at home is
Chef.
dope.
He's
The
the
cooking
chef.
home is
I
really
do the
good.
cook at home.
He's the chef.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The cook at
But
home.
Papa Do's my shit.
No,
though.
yeah, Papa Do's is fire. I knew I was gonna get everybody with the Papa Do's. Look, he was like,
It was.
try
No,
it.
I tried 2 days ago and we couldn't get a seat.
Which one you went to Windy Hill?
Yes.
Because that's by
That's
us.
the one by us.
Just give him G name and you
But I know
got
we
you.
done been to Papa Do's. I don't know how many times.
I wanted
Say
to
I'm a
do it again.
Stafford. Just say I'm a Stafford.
Hey.
You might be able to get in there with the name.
What's your
You know
name?
what I'm saying? You say,
I'll
yo,
use that.
John
I'll use
sent
that.
me, and they like,
Now look, this is one thing. The dates have been good, but this is the realest thing. Vacations, right?
oh yes.
Now look. That's
Vacation me,
now,
please.
No. We have not been going on vacations, right? Now in the summertime, it's like we gotta take the kids to Texas, and we gotta go to Michigan, and then it's like we're running errands and or working. That's
your
how we gotta,
parents.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, that's kind of the summer, you know what I'm saying? Like we just went from here to there, we traveled the country, but that's not a vacation. Those
Right,
are like
right.
they're responsibilities at this point now. So that's been something major that all of the work, and I got some a traumatic experience back when we first got married, and I was doing the contracting, and we went to Aruba for our wedding, and thank you. No, I'd rather get a nice little startup.
You went to Aruba.
So we went to Aruba for our wedding, right? Baby, I knew where I was coming in at this. And I literally knew it. Look. But we went to Aruba, and while I was in Aruba for those 6 days, the guys wasn't showing up for work. And when I got back home, contract was gone.
Oh wow.
So now I'm like, that we on vacation too long.
While you on your wedding? You're
Well, we was on our honeymoon.
honeymoon.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Which has been a long time.
Wow.
But I don't be trusting. I don't
Exactly.
be
It's
trusting.
hard to.
It's
Yeah.
hard to trust. So now, but now I've been able to hire more competent people.
Exactly.
Because I was trying to hire the homies and hire, you know what I'm saying?
Been there, done
So
that.
now it's
Never
like,
worked.
nah, I'm hiring the best person available to
Right.
do the job. Period. And now I can, I can sleep easier. You know what I'm saying? I feel okay to go on vacation now.
That incident really, that PTSD from that really held us back from going on any vacations.
Well,
Like
we
the
was
last
broke,
time
too.
we went on the, and
afford it.
that,
Couldn't
and
afford it
that
anyway.
we were surviving. No, straight up. But let me just tell you, like straight up, we haven't been on vacation, and I'm glad this is being documented. We have not been on vacation alone intentionally since 2009. 2009.
Yeah.
Y'all not alone.
Vacation
Y'all not
me,
alone
please.
because the people had his passport.
The people.
The people.
10 years.
10 years?
It had his passport, so we
10
couldn't go
years.
nowhere.
Well, look, I just got mine last year. 'Cause I knew I wasn't going nowhere. I was like,
I just got mine.
we
United States. Yeah.
So I just got my passport last year. So
Listen.
we
I
ready.
just came back from Turks and Caicos. I had a great time for my birthday.
Hey,
Yeah.
can you tell me
Ball.
about that package that you got?
What package?
What package?
No, you got like an all-inclusive, right?
Oh,
Ain't that how you travel? Ain't that how you travel?
look. Look.
Last time I went out of town, we had an
Listen,
all-inclusive.
listen, Linda, listen.
I need to listen.
Because, I had a, past life, the way you said it.
Yes.
Okay.
You just registered the wrong way. Okay. So my wife's cousin's a doctor. Shout out to Dr. Smith. She travels a lot. So we just jump in and travel with them, and we do like Airbnbs and stuff like that.
Okay.
So next stop is Johannesburg.
Yeah?
Wow.
Straight
Our
up?
friends just got back from there.
For New Year's, yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah. So see, that's the thing. So we're empty nesters, right? As we started early. So my wife had our oldest daughter at 16, and I had my baby girl at 18. So oldest daughter is 27. Shout out today. About to be a grandfather in the next any
Papa
day
John
now.
and Mama
Wow.
D
Any
on
day
the way.
now.
Coming soon.
Any day now.
Congratulations.
And then shout out to my baby
Congratulations.
girl Ari, who's going to be 24 in June. So so we
Y'all
started
free.
out early. Now we
Yeah.
empty nesters. About to be not empty nesters again.
Can I ask you a question then?
Yeah.
From the father perspective,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about your kids leaving the nest, right? And because I'm looking at building a relationship with my children in the later part of our lives, like hey, you're my son, you're my daughter. But it's like when I get these businesses and all this stuff in order, I'm looking at Master P, I'm looking at Diddy, like they kids, like, I don't care about no damn college. Go work for our pops,
Right.
or even if I go to college, it's to get a degree to work for my pops. So with you being an entrepreneur, how do you feel about your?
Good.
How do you?
I'm ready to answer.
How do you feel about setting up that that lineage? You know what I'm saying, for your children.
You want to set up lineage for them, right? But everybody wants their own journey. It's like, yo, Dad, I know the real estate business. I've seen you wholesale. I picked out properties and we closed. I made some money, but I don't like that. I don't really like that. Ain't me.
I was hoping.
That's your thing.
My baby girl's a dancer.
Yes.
So the older one, she's very creative and she does her thing. So it's kind of like with those two, you just gotta set up stuff for them and kind of let them run behind the scene, like properties or vending machines. So I'm thinking about different things for them, but for them it's just different. They gotta get it on their own.
But you weren't like driven to be like.
I was
as an
very
entrepreneur,
driven.
to say I want to build.
I
That.
was
Understood. I'm
very
just asking
very
from his
driven to
perspective.
have them in place to do whatever.
Like, as
but they in the business I'm in, they have to be self-driven.
Yeah.
See,
You can't really force your passion on
You can't force a
somebody.
passion on somebody because then guess what it does? It's burn. If it does, they'll get burned out very fast because I'm different. I'm grind, like they gave me the grind guy. I grind daily, like all day, every day.
And I think you guys all know your children too. So
Right.
it's just
Right.
like, as you observe your children, like you guys know what they're passionate about.
Absolutely.
So it's just like, depending on what their passions are, you have to understand as a parent, the person who has no kids. Me too. Yeah.
You're not
As a
alone.
parent, you have to understand how do you support, just like how you have to know how to support, like Tasha just said, you have to teach people how to support you. And that's why I said, when you said treat others how you want to be treated, like, no, you have to treat people the way that they need to be treated. That's not true? Y'all don't
not
agree with me
true.
on that?
You gotta treat people the way they need to be.
You know how
treated.
people say treat people how you want to be treated? Like, treat me how I want to be. Well, treat people how you want to be treated. The way that you may want to be treated may not be how I want to be treated.
That might not be their love language.
that
And
can
be
they might not
languages.
receive
Right.
it the same exact
So
way.
when you said you have to learn, he have to learn how to support
Teach people how to
teach
treat
people
you.
how to treat you,
Now
right?
that is true.
Because what works for you might not work for me, right? So don't
And I
treat me like you want to be treated. Treat me how I need to be treated.
But no, because a
we
lot of
gonna
women are
agree to
gonna
disagree.
say what Tasha said, which
well,
is
sometimes Tasha, you know what I'm saying though.
no. She's like,
Okay.
Tasha
Well,
like, nah.
well, I say that because I think that goes both ways. Let's go back. Because I think I know where you're going, because you may know some things or observe some things about me. And in my mind, I might say, no, this is what I want. But from the outside looking in and knowing me, you can easily say like, no, Mo,
not good for you.
So,
Well, my definition for teach people how to treat you is if I treat you mean, then you gonna treat me mean. This goes with character, integrity, all of the things, the fruits of the spirit, all of that. That's what I mean by that. So be mindful. If I'm treating you mean and you give me back what I gave you, then why should I be upset?
Shout out to the good vibe dealer.
Follow. That's where I'm going with that.
I got you.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't treat people the way that they treat me.
So even if they treat you ugly, you'll still treat them nice.
I'll just walk away.
In good spirit.
I'm not really a reactive type person
So you
for the
still
most
teaching
part.
people how to treat you.
Yeah.
It depends.
You still teaching them how to treat you, though.
Yeah, because you're not gonna be ugly to them.
Yeah, I can peep some shit and just walk away.
Facts.
But I might say something another time.
Because I don't want to have to change my character in order to teach you anything.
Right.
So if you're ugly and you're
That's
mean
you.
and you
Right,
nasty to
right.
me,
You suck.
I don't feel like, because that ain't even right in my spirit. Because that ain't who I am.
Absolutely.
So it's like I gotta either walk away.
Exactly.
I hope
you
you
know.
heal.
And then we have those
Absolutely.
moments
Good
too.
luck, sis.
We have
Just
those
because you
moments.
suck doesn't mean I have to suck.
Right. And then we have those moments too as couples in marriage. Like me and my wife, we can argue and it could be heated, but we're gonna sleep in the same bed.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe
facts.
in
I had to
not go to
graduate
sleep
to
with
that.
that.
But we're sleeping in the same bed. We're gonna talk about it. Like get it out.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the longer you hold on to it, now she's a Cancer, so it may come back. And I'm a Pisces. We settle it,
And we go to sleep upset, so I don't know.
Oh, we do too.
I don't know.
No, I
about
said
you.
go to sleep upset. I said, but we sleep in the same
But
bed.
some people say, don't go to bed.
That's not realistic.
I say that.
No, if you're going to, that's
It's
not
a no.
realistic.
It's
Because
not realistic.
if somebody pisses you off, you piss.
Like, wait, we can talk about it. Don't go to sleep yet.
Nah.
Wait.
Yeah,
Because if I
okay.
don't wake up tomorrow,
I'm about to go to bed, bro.
Right.
And I'm
Look,
pissed when I wake up, and you know what it is.
I be knowing she's so mad in the morning.
Everybody brushing their teeth.
Hey, I be looking at her like, you good? I be like, you good? She be like, no.
But it really
Oh, we
goes
know
back to what Tasha said, like for real. That's bottom line. You have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach them. Like it's
Dang,
a fact.
you heard
like
how
no,
she
I'm saying that's just
you heard that, John?
yeah. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you do.
I've been taught.
Because even if I'm
Yep.
still nice and
I've been
sweet
taught
and you
too.
keep inflicting, at some point, G, like I gotta change some stuff up. Like something ain't working out right.
G.
Tony,
Oh, okay.
my G.
I was
Listen, because then I'm gonna start changing my character, and I don't want
Yeah,
to
we don't
ever
want to
do
do that.
Well-
We don't want to do that.
all right, guys.
Can
well,
you wrap us out, Mo?
No, I mean we could go on and on, but we got to wrap this up. But clearly, you guys see why I'm single and they're not. No, I'm just kidding. But this was super dope.
Yes.
Thank y'all for allowing me to really just kind of dig deep in your relationships, and thank you guys for sharing the whole dynamic. But I want to go around. What we normally do is wrap up with our signature question, what it takes as far as what does the hustle and what does the grind mean to you all. But I want to ask you guys as couples,
gonna start over there.
Okay.
On that side.
as a couple, how do y'all hustle and grind?
Ooh.
Well, for me, I learned to move with God first. So everything I do now, I pray about it before I make the move on it. Because if I don't, the human side of me will make a choice that I will regret later. So I got to be obedient to the spirit that I got.
So is that a pray together? Because this is a couples question.
Yeah, that's how we
Okay.
move.
So y'all.
No, you
Okay.
said
No.
I.
You
Like,
said
even
it was
to
a lot
be
of I.
real-
It was a lot of
I
I.
said,
well,
well,
sorry.
Us.
I said, how do
We-
y'all as a couple?
Even to be here today, we had to pray on it before we even make that move.
Oh, that's dope.
So that's just one of the things
That's
that
dope.
I do.
I like it.
That we do.
Yep.
Sorry.
Do you concur?
I agree.
We.
I think for us, the hustle is we've always been purpose chasers. So that has moved us from Michigan to Texas to California to now Georgia, because we're willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that we're pursuing purpose. So that's that. And the grind is for sure being relentless and trusting and believing that God guided us here. So evidently he has it all taken care of.
And, because that was really good. And now that she's an entrepreneur, we don't call this movement work. It is like when you say you work all the time. It's like it's a negative type of
Right,
you know,
right.
like
That
you
word.
have no, but it's like if you always purposing, then you would be like, that's more spiritual. It's a more spiritual outlook at the individual versus thinking like they
I like
just
that.
They're like, why
working.
you always purposing?
You know what I'm saying? That's
like
kind of
that.
like you would think about it asking somebody that.
New merch coming soon.
You know what I'm saying? Bro. I'm about to say, my God. Everybody eats. I'm about to say, everybody's suing. Like, we gonna eat or we gonna.
Y'all gonna come out with a word of the month next month? Talking about the word of the month is purpose. Y'all can go buy the shirt.
Either we gonna
Click the
all
link in
eat
the bio.
or I'm suing this. And we still be cool. We can still be cool.
Anybody that know me know I'm all about everybody eating. That's the motto.
Yes.
I just want to put that out there.
Hey, I agree.
'Cause I love that you
Purpose
said.
coming soon. Word of the month.
Waiting on that
Oh,
check.
no, purpose is already in the chat. But he
Coming
said
soon.
purpose. He didn't say purpose.
Purposing.
Purposing. That's
Purposing.
a dope. That is
Purposing.
dope.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
I think that's
Hey,
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
purposing.
Well,
All right.
hustle and grind for me and my wife.
She the man of the song.
Yeah, right. Mo's producing.
Oh, stop it. Come on. So you and your wife.
Stop, John. All right. Yeah. So me and my wife, as far as hustling and grind, so she hustles. Like my wife wears several hats. She's behind the scenes. Trust me. All this grind got stuff and this, a lot of stuff y'all seeing. She behind the scenes. But I'm on the front end. So I do all the grinding. She do the hustling. She wears several hats, several businesses, and all that good stuff. So that's what hustle and grind mean to us. Hustle and grind. Yeah.
Well, that's dope, y'all. Well, I hope that this episode was definitely inspiring, motivating, exciting, fun, entertaining,
To all the
and
couples.
just a lot of love. So all you couples out there that are figuring it out, just figure it out and just continue to hustle and grind, but most importantly, do it together.
Yes. And date. Date, and date.
And vacation.
And vacation.
Yeah.
That's all of that stuff.
All the above.
Spend
best for
spend
you
that quality
guys.
And
time.
make sure you got God in the mix of it
Oh,
all.
God
In
first.
everything.
God
In
first.
everything.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Hey,
Y'all, we out.
It's a good talk, guys.
great talk.
It's a wrap.
Hey, we should do a part 2 though.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
should do a part 2.
I'm
'Cause
bringing
it's
a
like,
wife.
going
She got to
to
be
You
on
gotta
the
bring
next
your
one.
wife, but it's literally we do a part 2.
Yeah.
Let's be good.
Stay tuned, guys. Part 2 is coming
Part
soon.
two.
It's your girl Mo Hustle and
the
the
grind
grind
guy.
guy. Peace.
Peace. You gonna say and the grind?
Hey.